Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
That loud noise you heard today, well, that was all the chatter about the possibility of Detroit Police Chief James Craig running for governor as a Republican.
Rain and even some hail to kick off the weekend. The local forecasters with your Mother's Day forecast coming up.
Get down! Get down!
But first, officers in Oakland County with guns drawn on a 15-year-old boy who also had a gun. Now, police say the gun that teenager was carrying was a BB gun, but it had been altered to look very real.
In the end, officers were able to take the boy into custody without incident. But as you could hear from that video, some very intense moments. It all started at the Target on John R. near Oakland Mall in Madison Heights. That's where Jason Colthorpe is live tonight. Jason, this could have ended badly.
Very much so, Kimberly, and thank goodness it didn't. But as you're about to hear, the officers who were involved in this, which happened right behind me and around the side, were thinking in the heat of the moment exactly what everyone else is thinking as they watch another piece of video with officers pointing guns at a young black man. As the noon hour neared on Thursday, Madison Heights police were called to the Target on John R. about a young black man with a gun. When they arrived, the 15-year-old boy ran into the store, gun in hand.
He got a hold of an employee and threatened her with a weapon, told her that he was not going to shoot her, but he demanded her to let him out of the building.
Police scrambled to warn the employees and set up a perimeter. And as the teen ran out of a side door, officers spotted him.
I got him on the backside! I got him on the backside! Get down!
The teen keeps running back and forth, still with the gun in his hand.
Get down!
Although it was an airsoft gun, that gun was modified. The orange end was removed from it, and it looked exactly, even up close, it looks exactly like any weapon would look like.
Chief Corey Haynes also talked about the officer's mindset as he screamed out commands 16 times before the teen finally threw the gun down and got on the ground.
What was in the back of his mind is everything that's happened in this country over the last couple of years with law enforcement and these kind of issues, and it really struck a chord with him that, you know, this could have been the next national incident. He used such great discretion and kept everybody safe and was able to take this kid into custody with nobody getting hurt, which is, in my world, is just amazing.
Boy, what a tough situation. That teenager, by the way, is in the Children's Detention Center as the prosecutor decides on makes a charging decision in this case, but it does appear he will go through the juvenile court system. Kimberly?
Jason, but why? Do they have any idea what was behind this?
They really don't. They have no idea of a motive at this point, but they did say before he went into the Target, he had gone into another store, and they believe he was kind of acting strangely. I think they're going to evaluate him here and see if there's something else going on as he goes through this process. Yeah. Kim.
Okay, Jason, thanks.
Sources tell Local 4 Detroit's chief of police will be announcing next week he is retiring. Among the many questions here to come, what will Chief James Craig be doing next? And is he considering a run for governor as a Republican? Let's bring in Mara McDonald. Mara, the mayor's office says the chief has not made his plans known to them.
Which is interesting, Devin, because sources tell us the two men had a private meeting yesterday. But then again, sources also tell us that the chief has had a number of interesting meetings or phone calls this week. Sources say Craig has had a meeting with three big-dollar Republican donors, and tonight, Politico magazine is reporting he's had a discussion with the head of the Republican Governors Association, Doug Ducey, out of Arizona.
It's got a lot of people talking. It's national news. Republicans all the way from Lansing down here to Oakland County are chiming in and are excited about the potential news.
Thrilled might be the better descriptor. News of a possible Craig candidacy has spread like wildfire, but considering a run and actually going for it are two different things. The chief has a press conference scheduled for Monday, ostensibly to announce his retirement, which would be June 1st. And we also expect him to address in some fashion future plans. Craig's name has long been tossed out as a possible political office seeker, potentially a congressional run or even citywide. But governor is new. Is he a legitimate challenger for her?
Absolutely. I mean, again, you see how excited people on the Republican side of the ledger are about just even the potential of him running. There are other candidates out there who have already announced that haven't garnered as much attention in 3 months that this guy has garnered in 3 hours.
Back here live, I think it's important to point out that sources tell us that the idea of a Craig candidacy and these discussions, at least at the national level, it's a relatively new thing, like a this week kind of thing. So it's in its infancy. Can't wait to see what the chief has to say on Monday at that press conference. Devin, Kimberly, we're live in Southfield tonight. Back to you.
Mara, you paged through with the political historians around. The last time the GOP fielded a candidate from Detroit with a law enforcement background, you have to go back to 1986 and Bill Lucas, right?
Right, and that wasn't a successful run. You know,
Yeah.
He lost to Jim Blanchard. But Devin, this is a different candidate at a very different time with a different skill set and a different public persona. And let's also consider this. While John James hasn't made his intentions about a gubernatorial run known, I wouldn't rule them out just yet.
Right.
So could we be in a position where we have two African-American men running in the GOP primary for governor? I guess right now anything's possible.
And of
Back
course,
to you.
we also still need to figure out who is, if all of this is going through, who's going to run the Detroit Police Department. A lot for us to find out here coming up next week. All right, Kim?
Big news there.
Yep.
All right, it was a wet start to the weekend with some areas even getting some hail. Look at this.
Yeah, look at this video from Farmington Hills. Our own Paul Gross sent us in this evening. We had 2 rain delays over Comerica Park here downtown. Let's get to Andrew in for Ben tonight, see if we can get ourselves in the clear here.
Yeah, those showers arrived right on time, and just as we talked about those possible delays during the baseball game, our viewers also sending in photos and videos via the website on clickondetroit.com, also the local forecasters app. And you can see here, Art sent this one in from Novi. Thank you very much for emailing us, Art, and thanks to your family. Pea-sized to dime-sized hail covering the patio, covering the chair, and covering the lawns of some folks right here in southeast Michigan. Any rain out there right now? Well, yes, there is. We have at least a couple of showers, but they are now departing. But not after a couple of heavy downpours within the past couple of hours, and evening some lightning and thunder. But we're seeing some rainfall across Mount Clemens, also along I-94 to the north and east of the city of Detroit, moving over Lake St. Clair. You can see some rain also falling in St. Clair County, but behind it, not much. So we're looking at drier conditions after midnight, but it does get chillier just like last night. In fact, there are frost and freeze alerts that will be up across the western side of the state and the northern portion of the lower peninsula. But around here, we stay at least slightly above freezing with temperatures that fall into the middle and upper 30s. Right now, it's 44 degrees. But where do temperatures go from here? Will we see any sunshine tomorrow or on Mother's Day? Well, there's a good chance of sunshine for tomorrow, but any more rain in the forecast? We have temps in the low 40s, as you can see right now. Your full Mother's Day weekend forecast in minutes.
Okay, Andrew. Michigan's vaccination rate takes a big jump tonight towards one of the state's next milestones.
Right now, 54% of eligible Michiganders have received at least one dose of a COVID vaccine. The increase from 51% comes from the state adding in residents who got vaccinated out of state or through federal programs. 2 weeks after hitting 55%, the state will allow office work to resume. Today, Michigan reports 2,758 new cases and 30 additional deaths.
Big vaccine news today. PFIZER is asking the FDA for full approval of its COVID vaccine. Shots are currently being given out under an emergency use authorization that was granted in December. 6 months of data is needed to get that full approval. PFIZER submitted that. PFIZER is also applying to extend its emergency use to include children ages 12 to 15. If the FDA approves that request, it would be the first vaccine available to people in that age bracket.
Dearborn police and the family of a man killed are asking for help finding the shooter. Police are looking for 31-year-old Dante Cox. He allegedly shot and killed 24-year-old Arthur Brown after a fight earlier this week at the Pantheon Club on Michigan Avenue. Police say Cox left the club in a blue Chevy Impala. The club's owner is offering $20,000 for information that leads to an arrest.
We're learning of the impact of a Detroit Fire Department drinking scandal after 2 drunk driving crashes. Sources tell Local 401 chief has been suspended a week. He was questioned after being at a party where a firefighter drank before crashing a fire engine. A night chief who drunkenly crashed his department SUV has retired. And Detroit Fire has a new policy of no parties at station houses or on department property ever again.
A car is dragged down a busy freeway after smashing into a semi.
New tonight, the terrifying moments that were, of course, caught on camera.
A murder for hire plot uncovered right here in Metro Detroit, who the feds say this convicted murderer was trying to have killed.
Guy in the four-wheeler's running.
But first, an ATV rider's desperate getaway attempt doesn't get him very far after police surround him at a Detroit gas station.